If you had $35, what would you buy? How about a really cool thunder god? This guy. Look at the box, $35. This is one of those things, like, I know $35 for something you don't really know about, but hello, the God of Thunder? Now, this is like fully in Chinese, the box and everything, and look at that. That is a gorgeous piece of backdrop. This is a thick board, it's magnetized, it's the full flap with the gold, like, shimmery overlay thing. Like, I don't understand it. So this is great. Okay, thank you. Let's look at this. Look at this guy. This is by Fancy Realm. Thanks to 5K Toys sending this thing over. Now, looking at that armor from here, looks like it's gonna be pretty wild. Bottom of the box, fully in Chinese. So you gotta just use your Google Translate, folks, if you're worried about what it says. I don't think we even read the bottom of the box when it's in English. So let's slide this guy out, see what he's all about. The backdrop in there is just a basic mountain thing. Just looks like that. Nothing special, but that's okay. The rest of the box is stunning. So we got a paper thing of instructions, which I'm thankful for because sometimes we don't know. Now, granted, we have no idea what that says. Most of us. Some of you do. And then you flip it open and it says, hey, look, you can do all kinds of stuff with things. Now, there is a deluxe version and then there's a standard version. I don't know what the deluxe, if I have the deluxe here. Yes, I do. So the deluxe includes this second layer, which has the base with rocks, a stand piece, that sign that's probably his name, and this extra bird head, which is looking pretty cool. This kind of, I'm just mad. Why am I mad? Because he's only $35, and the incredible artistry in this thing, from box to figure to paint, is so much better than we get from stuff sold and made, well, not made, but companies that are based in the US can't even give us stuff to this level. Closest being NECA, and even then, this is on a whole nother level from that. Let's start with the base. That's base starting point. The rocks look great. They got a dry brush on there to look edged and weathered. Really cool. It's got these mounting points. I'm not sure what they're all for. Now I know we have this, which is your stand, and by default, that's gonna plug into the base. That will plug in maybe into the back of him. I haven't looked. And then you have the claws, which will help grab him, so you can give him a flight pose, because look, wings, he's a flight boy. Oh, okay, I figured it out. I just had to keep reviewing. You get this like kind of busted rock thing, like he just landed, I don't know, and the rocks are like shooting up around him. That's actually pretty cool. Could probably use that for your Dragon Ball stuff if you wanted to. That's a pretty sweet look. I'm gonna say it. I mean, yeah, you could definitely put other figures on here and give them this kind of like superhero landing or whatever, or about to take off like a Superman flight and then just bust the ground or something. That's so cool. I mean, this is part of a $35, well, this is the premium, this is deluxe. The deluxe one is $45, so hey, oh, $10 more and you get this awesome stand, base, and the extra head, so it's definitely worth $10. Hey, cat, leave my stuff alone. And then you get this, which is probably his name. I don't know. We could have used Google Translate, but if you want to have that option to sit on the base, then that's pretty cool. Leave my stuff alone. So let's just start with that 10 upgrade piece. The deluxe, you get this alternate head, which is a screaming bird head looking really nice. Like, the paintwork here is great, but it's also only great because the sculpt underneath is this good. So he's got layers upon layers of colors. They did not skimp out. I love that the beak is like a metallic gold that goes with the rest of him. Let's continue. So the other head that's in the box, by default, regardless of whichever one you get, is this standard bird head. Looks similar to the other one, obviously just not a screaming one. Love it. And you get this hammer, which is gonna allow him to create that thunder. I mean, much like Thor, right? Thor, it's a similar thing, just a different culture's take on it. I love it. And you get this thing, which I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Maybe he uses this and he goes, smash. Oh, what just happened? No way! Accidental magic, folks. Welcome to the show. So the hammer has a magnet. This thing lights up. And that's, I guess, his lightning or whatever. You smash that. So yeah, definitely figure that out. Smash lightning. That is super awesome. Well, I'm a happy boy. And you get this lightning effect, which is pretty cool. We've seen this with other brands. I mean, this is that style. But it looks like this is going to just plug in like that, nice and tight, and then boom, look at that. This is awesome. It even lights up through the base of it, which I don't know if that's a byproduct of the paint and stuff, or if it's supposed to. I'm glad that it does, though. Wow, okay, this got so much better. And that's included with the $35 one. Onto the hands, he's got these kind of clawing hands, which are pretty sweet. Fighting stance, whatever you want to use these things for. He is a bird, he's got talons, and you got a couple gripping hands for the left and the right, which again, I mean, the paint work is fantastic, even all the way through the palms and stuff. And by default, he's got these kind of relaxed hands, nothing special as far as the stance goes, just nice relaxed hands, and that's okay. Not everything has to be special. Moving on, we've got this staff, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't think that this goes in any other way. Of course, I had instructions just a second ago. Didn't I? We'll come back to these instructions when we might need them. But the staff is looking real nice. The details here on the ends look really, really good. Now it's reminding me of the God of War figure that I did, the Kratos, but that was using a 5-axis CNC machine, which was a brand new technology that was the first 1/12 scale figure to use that tech. And I wish I knew that when I did the review. But this is incredible for the fact that it's just using normal stuff. That same staff, I'm guessing, but it's built into this motion effect. This is genius. I've never seen a brand like include a weapon and then the second version of that weapon that is like molded with a bend so that it looks like it's actively swinging. This is so smart. I really like this. And it's the same base, same shaft. This is worth $10 by itself to me. This is so cool. Wings. These wings do not articulate halfway through, but that also means you get this stunning finish and sculpt where there's no break in it, where it, you know, sometimes with wings you kind of have this like rotation, and they really do need that most of the time, but then they kind of look like toy wings. This is great. Like the coloring here is beautiful. I really like when there's like purple and blues together, and this is really pulling it off well. Moving on to our main figure here. Look at this guy. I mean, this is straight up a work of art. This is like if you've traveled abroad, or maybe just have seen statues from other cultures. This reminds me a lot of seeing statues, like all wooden statues when I lived in Japan during college. But there were a lot of things that kind of have this, you know, they share a lot of mythology and stuff, even, you know, art styles kind of get shared across. But this reminds me of that, and I would love to have this guy where he just looked like he was wood the whole time. Like, how epic would that be? But this is stunning. Now, this is a really ugly face, but you know, it's the kind of face that only a mother could love. I'm definitely gonna go with the bird face. This does remind me of some of those like Japanese gods and stuff, and just like how hideous they were. Shoulder pads look awesome. I think the detail and the paint level on this guy is really just next level. This is all soft, so that's good. So I don't think it's gonna hinder really on the articulation, like maybe around the waist and stuff, just because, you know, it can only go so far. It's got talon feet. So let's look at the articulation. So it's really just a little bit in the head, not a lot. You can look down. The shoulders are okay. The gauntlet or the shoulder pads kind of get in the way a bit. They do articulate though, so you can kind of shove them down and get more range. Wow. Hard to see from here, but they have like a hinge going on in the inside there. Bicep rotation, double jointed elbows, which are giving him like perfect range. And then ball joints on the wrist, which is great. How well does he do any ab crunching with this belt thing on? Probably not a lot. It's not the worst thing in the world though, so that's good. He can twist. He can kind of lean a little bit. The legs go out in a full splits, so he can pull off a Van Damme pose. You got rotation up there, which is nice. Double jointed knees and ball joints on the ankles. So this is fully maxed out. This is one of the most beautiful things I've seen without having any idea of what it is, because I can't read the box. I don't know this history, so I'm sorry. Fully decked out. That is a gorgeous work of art. That blue and purple really is working hard, working overtime. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at this guy. This is stunning. I love it. This is next level. It's great. It's like a statue come to life to toy. It's not alive. Anyway, if you enjoy this review and you want to see something else from 5K Toys, click the top link there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.